It sort of did, yeah. It was a great accident of my life, the whole Joe Mangel experience, because the time I went in the late 80s, there's no one watching it over here. It was pretty well a nothing little Aussie show. Well, that all changed, and I was only in it for 3 years, and Anne Hattie was in that show. She was one of the sort of matriarchs of the show. She told me that you'll only be famous for being in a soap for as long as you've been in one. So I went, oh, 3 years, I can cope with that, then everyone will forget about it. 25 years later, Joe Mangel, he just somehow, he stuck like shit to corduroy, didn't he? He somehow touched everyone's heart. He was a battler, he was a working class, he was a bit on the wrong side, he was an anti-neighbour, he was anti-glamour. He was funny. I worked really hard on him, and he was a sensitive new age guy, a snag. He was one of the first sort of single dads on the telly. You know, there's a lot going for Joe.
And Bouncer, remember Bouncer?
Oh, he had a dog. He had kids and dogs. Don't act with kids and dogs, that's all I bloody acted with. Bouncer was the best actor in the show. Wasn't he? Oh, he was brilliant, Bouncer. Poor old Bouncer. I think we gave it passive cancer in the green room, poor thing. Because we could smoke in those days.
Sure.
Inside.
Oh,
those were the days.
Those were the days.
Yeah, poor old Bouncer.
I grew up here. I went to school in Callington, and I've moved away. I did the media thing for quite a few years, and I've been on the comedy circuit, but mostly Bristol, Brighton and London. Now I've moved back down here. I wanted to bring something community-wise down here, and we started Dobfools Pop-Up Comedy Club about a year ago. We've had some good names come down, and there was a thirst for people down here to learn. They've seen what we've done, and they've said, oh, I want to have a go. And I just thought, if I could ask anyone in the world to come and impart their comedy knowledge and do a bit of a workshop, who would it be? Growing up in the 80s and 90s, aspirationally, Neighbours was a thing, Gus Honeybun was a thing. We got a Gus Honeybun here. And I just thought, do you know what? I'd ask Mark Little, and I never thought in a million years he'd say yes. But he did. I spoke to him on the phone and said, come do a comedy workshop. And he's like, I don't know if I can do that. He's never taught before. But we just wanted to create an environment where people could come along and just bounce off each other and create something creative. And we've got a whole range of skills here, from seasoned stand-ups, actors, wannabe actors, people who work in mental health who just want some ideas of where to go with things. And we've got a nice little creative community now.
I was asked, there's some youngsters down here who had this funny idea to get me down to maybe do a workshop and impart some of my knowledge as a comedy performer to a group of Willings. And Kerry Cassidy is her name. She rang me up and said, have you ever thought of imparting your knowledge? And I think there are European laws against me giving advice to anybody. Certainly on the business front, but as an artist and as a comic artist, the idea really struck a bit of a chord. And I've been off the comedy stage for about 2 years now, hence the hashtag fake comedian that I go by at the moment, because I have been known to be funny, but I haven't been funny on the stage for that long. I've been trying to do stuff on the internet. Look out for it, Mark Little's Acid Punch fake TV show. There's some pretty wild stuff goes on in there, a bit psychedelic punk, subversion really, a lot of Boris dancing going on there. Here's my mate Jacob. He'll be making an appearance on the night at Liskerrit, and at the community centre there, because it's basically a community art that we're trying to bring to the people here, comedy for the people. That's why it's got a good price, 10 quid. So I'm here imparting my knowledge and opening up my workbook, how I work and create, and to inspire the next generation of comedy performers, which I think we're in a bit of a lull at the moment. When we look at comedy, it's a bit of a narcissistic landscape, I see. And as an old punk, I want to see stuff that's a bit more, hello, how's your father? About the group, not about just any one person in particular. So we're trying it out, and that's what we're doing here.
So the comedy night itself, it's going to be really small. It's in the Liscariot Centre in Liscard. It's on the 31st of March. Tickets are only a tenner. You can get them from tourist information centres or check out Facebook for Dobfools Comedy, and you should be able to find links to it there. But there's only going to be about 100 tickets. It's not a business. It's not a way of making money. It's about putting on a show for the community. So tickets are going to sell out really quickly.
I live here now. 25 years I've been a Brit. So, you know, I'm feeling the pain. I'm feeling the Brexit pain. Like, what is going on here? Yeah, I love Cornwall, you know. Pixies and pirates and mead and mushrooms and surfies, clotted cream, hello. At Cornwall. I used to have a Cornish flag on my car for a long time. The whole idea of Cornwall seceding from the rest of, if ever there was a time, now's the time, Cornwall. Step up, leave, run away. I'm with you.
Anyone can be funny. If you fell over now, I'd be laughing my tits off. Anyone can be funny. It's just finding that little thing and having the confidence to stand up there and just be prepared to make a fool of yourself.
There you go. Lady on the cherry. Okay, who's next?
Well, yeah, I'm going to be the MC of this great night, like a ringmaster of what we're calling the new alternative comedy, because that's when I started back in the day, back in the day, mate, back in the late 70s, back in the punk days. We were called alternative comedians, and I think we need an alternative now, and that's what we're looking here in. That's it, make Dobfools magic again. It doesn't work, does it? It's not right. It's not right, is it? I could have made a fortune, but I didn't think it through.
How many have you got? 10,000?
10,000 of the buggers sitting there. Yeah, nowhere. This is really good. This is I've been given the opportunity to do this, and it's a tryout, and you know, it's going well. It feels good to impart, and we're having a bit of lunch. We're going to get back to it. Yes. We've done all the intellectualising. Now we get prac. We get on the mic.
Ems. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Ems to the microphone.
Bonjour.